This is episode 15 of Unexceptional Perspective, and all good things come to an end. This is not an end, to be honest, but beginning of something else. You would have noticed difference in the frame, difference in the way I talk, maybe, but it's gonna be very little. I have not yet prepared a speech kind of thing to talk, but I'm mostly sticking to my basics. Why am I telling this to you now? Because this is going to be the end of season 1 of Unexceptional Perspective. I know I'm going a little slow. Maybe I'll pick the speed up in the post processing. I think for you to give an introduction, this should be okay. I just want to try how I could do with documentary style interviewing, and my friend is sitting over here as usual to interview me on this journey of the first 100 days of Unexceptional Perspective. So, welcome. I've been posting content since 100 days. How do I feel about it? It's honestly great. I'm proud that I've grown to some extent. I didn't have the idea of audio processing, and even now I edit the videos. I can't say professional editing, but I do cuts pretty okay. But transitions wise, I'm not good yet. That's in the editing. But if you see my 100 days, I would say from the first video to this video, my camera presence has definitely increased. I'm now able to talk freely. I'm now able to express myself in whichever manner I want. See, I'm trying this new thing where I ground myself, not express too much, but only talk whatever required. And I think I'm doing a fair job till now, for this episode at least. I think this is okay. I've grown as a person, I've grown as a camera person, I've grown in narration also, a 10% improvement maybe I could say. I've been consistent for the past 100 days. We've posted 100 reels, 100 stories and 100 posts for the past 100 days. And we have 15th episode of Unexceptional Perspective. And we have 15 main videos. Maybe main videos I can improve a little bit, but overall, I think, yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with where I am standing right now. What are the hardships that I faced during these 100 days? If I think about it, consistency is my biggest strength of these 100 days, as well as my biggest weakness. Because I've organized a system during the initial days, but I didn't stick on to the system. That was kind of maybe a hardship that I faced. I couldn't schedule properly. I had to mostly move out of my soft deadlines. No proper organization system, I would say. That was a pretty big hardship. I never thought I would face a systems side problem, because I'm always a systems guy. Coming to the 100-day stories, I initially put a lot of effort in designing the stories, shot on iPhone stories. Gradually, as the days progressed, my effort went low. All the photos, all the stories became low effort stories. I've mostly regained the momentum during the last days. Maybe you've come across my stories from day 94, and I feel I should have put more into it. This is what it's all about. It's about exploring creativity in whatever way possible. So I have main camera for YouTube videos and reels. So I wanted to focus mostly on my iPhone photography, to say. And I've done mostly good work. If I just browse through the 100 stories that I've posted, I feel pretty happy. But I would say a little more effort would have been really good. One issue that I really faced was Instagram scheduling. In our resource sharing, we decided that I'll be the person who is going to create the content, and Venu will be the person who will be the face of the page, who will be promoting, managing and publishing content. This didn't age well actually, because Instagram doesn't allow scheduling on Android devices. That feature is available only in iOS, mobile. You can't schedule more than 24 posts a day. And also, even then, that schedule properly didn't work out. When we try to schedule, sometimes it skipped the entire post itself. We couldn't find the post, we couldn't find the draft anywhere. There were a lot of bugs. I don't know why Instagram feature, maybe it's still in beta. That was one place where I felt, yeah, this could have majorly improved our maybe productivity. But I should say, YouTube has this scheduling feature that's very useful, but we didn't use it properly. We didn't schedule it. We always posted content on the last minute. And one more thing I noticed is while uploading shots from the mobile, it doesn't allow you to add description and all the steps. But in the web version, you can add the description, link it to the existing video and stuff like that. I don't know what to say even, because I had this mic for almost 4 years now, and I have this laptop for almost 2 years now. To say that I didn't know how to use this mic in this laptop was kind of foolish. In the main video or any content that we put out, I would say we lost track in the initial days, because always MacBook Pro used to record our audio, and it was not that good. It used to record echoes, background noises. Most of the time, I didn't even feel like editing the video. Mainly the Apple parody thing. A lot of preparation went into it, but execution was very to the core worst in our talking language, if we tell it. Preparation wise, yes, we have been preparing properly. We have been brainstorming properly. We had a lot of sessions, review sessions on what is working, what is not working, how do we proceed, what kind of content we do. But it all ultimately came down to, on that day, how do I feel and what I am going to do. That is one thing I would like to change. Stick to something. We are planning something and we are doing an exceptional job in it, but the results do not show. Execution is a fallback. Do you know, when I started YouTube, I initially thought I'll have 5 videos in my pipeline every week, so that I will not have pressure on myself to edit in the last moment. But what's happening, I'm always editing till the last moment every week, and there are no videos in the pipeline, either recorded or something else about to edit or something. I sit to edit Friday nights and Thursday nights is really hectic for me. I kind of would like to change that. I would like, proceeding forward, I would like to manage my edits properly, have something in my arsenal, and then go to the war instead of going to the war and then searching for bow and arrows. And also, we thought we'll push content everywhere, every social media platform possible. So that includes YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, Pinterest, and WordPress, and also our own website. We never had a session about our own website. Blogs, it's definitely out of our syllabus right now. We do not have the bandwidth to cater ourselves to the blogs. These threads and Instagram threads and Twitter tweets or X tweets, maybe we should have thought some more about that. We should have at least started with it. And what was stopping us from doing Pinterest storyboards, right? Whatever, pins, whatever it is called. We never created an account. We didn't start posting on Pinterest. That's something we should look forward to in the coming days. Yeah, so from day 101, our areas of target will be Twitter tweets or X tweets or Instagram threads and also Pinterest. I am mostly looking forward to this newsletter thing. I'm really excited about it. I really want to start a newsletter. I want to connect with people on a very personal level. Now that this podcast is going to expand and we are ready to explore, spread our wings towards the horizon, I would say I would need more of connection with the audience, whoever are the audience that are listening to our content. And newsletter is one thing where we can share a personal connection. And that's also useful for our storytelling abilities. I have beautiful stories to tell. Everybody have beautiful stories to tell. They don't tell the stories because they don't know how to tell. Once that opportunity comes, once you grab on to something, some kind of platform, some kind of this thing to just share your stories, then you will recognize the beauty of your own experiences. Okay, this didn't turn out well. I wanted to make a reel out of it. So, so this didn't turn out well. I wanted to tell something. ఏం చెప్పాలనుకున్నానంటే ప్రతి ఒక్కరి దగ్గర స్టోరీస్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ స్టోరీస్ ఎట్లా చెప్పాలి, ఏం స్టోరీస్ ఉంటుందని రికగ్నైజ్ చేయడమే చాలా కష్టం చాలామందికి. సో వన్స్ దే స్టార్ట్ రికగ్నైజింగ్ ద స్టోరీస్ అండ్ వన్స్ దెర్ ఈస్ సమ్ వన్ వేర్ దే కెన్ షేర్ దర్ స్టోరీస్, life will be beautiful. See, I am not a writer, but I started writing some random thoughts that come into my mind every day, and I've constructed some beautiful stories, connecting my memory to a story, connecting my morals to a story, or just a story. I think ప్రతి ఒక్కరూ స్టోరీ టెల్లింగ్ అనే ఆస్పెక్ట్ని ఫోకస్ చేయాలి, అండ్ దే హ్యావ్ టు ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ మోర్ ఆన్ ఇట్. నీ దగ్గర ఒక స్టోరీ ఉంది, నువ్వు నాకు చెప్తే నేను ఆ స్టోరీని కాపీ కొట్టే సినిమా తీసేయచ్చు. అది నో, ఐఎమ్ నాట్ టాకింగ్ అబౌట్ దాట్. పీపుల్ డోంట్ షేర్ ద స్టోరీస్ బికాజ్ ఎవరు అడగట్లేదు వాళ్ళని. వాళ్ళ స్టోరీస్ ఏంటి, అసలు వాళ్ళ సైడ్ స్టోరీస్ ఉన్నాయా అని కూడా అడగట్లేదు. వన్స్ సంబడి ఆస్క్స్ అబౌట్ దిస్, ఐఎమ్ డామ్ ష్యూర్ ఎవ్రీ పర్సన్ హ్యాస్ ఎ వెరీ బ్యూటిఫుల్ స్టోరీ, అట్లీస్ట్ వన్ ఆన్ టాప్ ఆఫ్ దర్ మైండ్ టు షేర్ విత్ దమ్. అండ్ స్టోరీస్ అనడం వెరీ కామన్ వర్డే, కానీ ఇట్ కెన్ బి మెమొరీస్, ఇట్ కెన్ బి ఎక్స్పీరియన్సెస్, ఇట్ కెన్ బి సంబడి ఎల్సెస్ వర్డ్స్, ఇట్ కెన్ బి మారల్స్, ఇట్ కెన్ బి ఎనీథింగ్. నేను దాన్ని ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ చేయాలనుకుంటున్నా. నాకు స్టోరీస్ కావాలి, నేను స్టోరీస్ చెప్పాలి. అది ఎలా, ఏం చేద్దాం, ఎట్లా చేద్దామని ఇంకా ఐడియా లేదు, కానీ ఖచ్చితంగా చేయాలి. సమ్వేర్ ఐ వుడ్ లైక్ టు connect each of my 250 to 300 followers that I have right now, and maybe have a one-on-one bonding. I know that's not possible, but if you ask me, I'd say try it out. It'll just make you a better person. That's what I feel. Out of these 100 days, we have reached about more than 65,000 accounts on Instagram, and we have been consistently hitting 6K to 7K views per month on YouTube, shorts and main videos combined. Wow, that's actually a good achievement for a person like me who doesn't involve in social settings, who doesn't know how to talk to people, always talking in my own headspace, my own world, and a person who doesn't even know how to express is here in front of you, in front of 65,000 people. Absolute win. I told about scheduling, right? I told that we have a system, we have a banger of a system, and we are not doing anything that's worthy of telling that we have a good system. But when I went abroad, I knew I'll not be able to get in touch with Venu every now and then, and so I had to do the content transfer before I start to the trip. And I did. There, the system worked. I gave him 14 reels, 14 posts, 14 stories, and just like that, the system worked. So we are capable of doing things. It's just where our priorities lie, I believe. And that's one positive by the end of 100 days. Because if I take the first 50 days, I felt this is a very huge drawback. And now after 100 days, we know how to overcome this. It's with experience. And moving forward, I've told this a couple of times in my other videos, there is going to be a diversion in the way our content works, our content publishes from now. One small stepping stone towards that is the brainstorming sessions that we are having with our friends. We call ourselves Writers Group, and we aim to do something big. We aim to reach the moon and come back and tell the story. It's not just going to the moon and coming back. We aim to tell the story of going to the moon and coming back. So the brainstorming sessions was rather more intriguing than more productive, and I'm able to see hell lot of colors in front of me, and beautiful things are coming. The output is also as beautiful as we talk right now. Throughout this season, it's been more about me. I'm talking specifically about Unexceptional Perspectives podcast. 13 episodes out of the 15 episodes have been inward facing about my life, my backstory, my memories, my experiences, me relating to whatever the situation that was going on in these 100 days. But ideally, the purpose of this Unexceptional Perspective is to spread my wings, to explore different horizons. As I said earlier, I want to concentrate more on the outward facing approaches that we are going to do, hopefully. And with season 2, I'm hoping I'll be having a lot of talks with a lot of guests. Mostly, I'm trying to minimize the one person podcast thing from now. I'll mostly not do it until and unless I didn't get a guest and there is no podcast to publish that week. Other than that, I feel we have to spread our wings. I told this 3 to 4 times in the span of these 10 to 15 minutes. That's how important I feel this is. We need to learn to talk to people. We need to talk to people. Through this podcast, we get to talk to people. Again, wonderful thing. Meeting new people, getting their stories. That's the whole point. So, to end this podcast, I would say I'm really very, very, very happy about this whole podcast thing. Me starting this podcast is a pivot point in my personality shaping, I would say. And from now on, I'll try to connect with more and more people, to get more and more stories in front of you, to share more and more stories. I would love to hear more and more stories from your side as well. And season 2 is gonna come out with beautiful stories, with thought-provoking stories and heart-touching ones, I hope. As I've told before, I would love to really, really connect with people and show their perspective and their stories through our lens. Thank you for watching. If you're constantly coming on here, if you're new here, there are 15 episodes for you to get to know me better. And if you feel like just talking with me, just come over. Let's have a chat. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. Please be in touch. See you.